And this morning, questions are still being raised about the Affordable Care Act. That's why an enrollment fair is taking place this week to address concerns. And this morning, we have Lori Chavez and Robert Sala to explain all about it. So good morning.
Good morning, Mary. Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much for being here. You know, Robert, you were here earlier, during the month, telling us a little bit more about a fair that actually just passed. Tell us how successful that was.
So we're happy to report that at Congressman Hinojosa's enrollment fair on February 1st, we had over 150 families come and ask questions and sign up for the Affordable Care Act. Now, one of the challenges that I do want to bring up, though, that we feel that the community should know about is that due to the state's decision to not expand Medicaid, we are receiving a lot of people who fall under what's called the Medicaid coverage gap. And what it is that when the Affordable Care Act was passed, it was passed with the assumption that the Medicaid program would be expanded in all 50 states. Now, Texas did not expand Medicaid, so what you have is you have the middle class that makes between 100% and 400% of the federal poverty level who qualify for these subsidies that that are all over the media. Everyone under that should have been under Medicaid, but since Texas didn't expand, we have a gap where people don't qualify for assistance but are still required to fulfill the individual mandate. So one of the very important things that we're doing at these enrollment fairs is we're trying to have people understand this gap so that when they come and sign up for insurance or for enrollment, they come prepared to also fill out a hardship waiver so that if they can't afford insurance, they're not penalized next year.
Right, so that's the fix. So everybody's, if you don't fall under that category, like you just mentioned, there is, there is help for you out there, and that's how you guys are going to help with this fair. Tell us a little bit more about what we can expect this one that's coming up Thursday and Friday. Lori.
Well, we are having an enrollment fair in conjunction with Congressman Hinojosa's office, and it's going to be a collaboration event of different working groups in the Rio Grande Valley. It's going to be held at the McAllen Public Library. Thursday we will be there from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday we will be there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So bring everything, if you have any questions, concerns, if you want to enroll, we'll be there to assist you.
And like our previous event, it'll be they'll have educational workshops, and there will also be the opportunity to enroll.
And one of the biggest questions, because tax season is here, people want to know, how will this affect my income tax return this year? Can you explain a little bit more? We have about 30 seconds left.
Okay, sure. Just to explain quickly, in order to fulfill the mandate portion of the Affordable Care Act, people have to be covered for 9 months out of the 12 of the year. So in this particular case, it will not affect them this income tax season, but if they're not insured for starting April 1st, if they don't have insurance for 9 out of the 12 months, next year they will be penalized.
All right, a lot more information is going to be available on valleycentral.com. So thank you so much for being here, both of you. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Go ahead and send it over to Victoria.